Still in my grip, yeah, the ball been slow. Every drop of pain make the
Hello and welcome back to Between the Glass Padel Podcast. Joining me today, as always, myself, Ben Stanley, Michael Cosgrove, and delighted to be joined by David Batista, the local Whittle paddle coach, as I like to call him. David, just go on a bit about yourself, getting into paddle, your background, and this sport. It's unbelievable, isn't it?
It is. It still surprises people now that I've only joined the sport 2 years ago.
Is it?
Yeah.
Right, okay,
So,
yes.
Yeah.
Surprise.
I found it on holiday, really. I went back home to Portugal, July 24. Started playing it with my brother. Came back to the UK, found some courts, started playing like everyone else. Really got into it, 3-4 matches, sometimes 5 a week. And for the best part of 12 months, that's all I did, really. Started to progress a little bit more, started to watch a bit more online. And then it was actually, the turning point really for me was 12 months later, July 25 last year. A friend of mine came to me and asked for some coaching. And it kind of like made me think, like, I must be okay if someone's asking me for some help.
Yeah.
And I started to do it for about a month or two. It went really well, and it's kind of shaped my career as a coach, even though it's only part-time at the moment. I will want to make it a full-time thing from May, actually, as soon as May. And that was July last year. I got qualified in October. I've been coaching ever since. I think I've spent about 200 hours on court coaching. Wow. That's alongside all the matches I've played, all the LTA tournaments. And I, like many people you've met, I'm sure, I'm just completely obsessed and addicted to that sport. It's unreal. Like,
so it started literally just with that same obsession that started for all of us. Yeah. But you just talked about it a little bit better than some of us.
Do you have any background on racket sports? Or
Not
anything?
really, no. I've always enjoyed sports in general. I'm a footballer. You could say I'm a footballer, basketballer. I played some handball in my early days.
Just good at everything.
Tennis and badminton, but I wouldn't say like, I was county level or I was coached by some amazing. No, not really. No. It's all self-taught.
Right.
Self-taught.
Yeah. Do you think that's maybe like a benefit to sort of improving at the sport a little bit quicker, to not have any bad habits in it?
Yes and no. I have come across really, really talented players, and majority, if not all, have had some sort of racket background. Yeah. It has helped them. They've just got a higher IQ with their hand-eye coordination, with where to put the ball, which kind of shot to pick. Whereas players who don't have that have to work a little bit harder, I find. That's not to say that you can't be a brilliant player. But I found it a lot. Like, I don't know, I could mention 10 people at least that are all really good, have been in paddle as long as I have, but have tremendous like tennis backgrounds.
Yeah. So I found, and you'll soon find out when we play, is I still struggle with the glass. And I played 150 matches. You think I'd have got used to it by now? I haven't.
Michael was a quite high-level tennis player, but he really struggles with it going past him.
It really hurts my head. Really hurts my head still. Every time he goes back, I still have that split second of, oh no, I can still get it all the time. Every time. Mad. And it's driving me insane.
I suppose then in that regard, it helps me then because you think that you have to get it, otherwise it's gone, went over. I've already built it in my psyche that I've got time. Glass will help me. It will push the ball in the direction I want it to go. So yeah.
See, that's why I've noticed when we've been playing a lot is the people who haven't had that tennis background in particular. The glass is like their friend, isn't it? Whereas to me, it's my nemesis. So it's like, but don't get me wrong, I've seen a lot of tennis players adapt to that very quickly, and for whatever reason, my brain is not clicking with it at all. And again, you'll see. He has to do all the runs to cover
it. Just me running around,
covering angles for it. Yeah. So like that sort of non-tennis background would have sort of helped from that side of it. But again, I think like volleying and stuff, I'm half decent at from coming from it. So it's just interesting that you've not had that.
How long did you play tennis?
So I played tennis for probably like 15 years.
Yeah.
And I went Benton like really high level. It was just like high level in the city. So it was like division tennis within the city. So it was a decent level. But I ended up, so I broke my finger again. I'm bored. Everyone's done it so many times. I broke my middle finger playing football, but all the knuckles smashed it, so it can't get fixed. So I had to stop playing because the racket was just too long and it was sort of dropping out my hand. And then it's still, now and again, it's my excuse for Ben every time I miss an overhead. Is sometimes when I even with a paddle racket, it just drops a little bit. my ankles, I can't get the full grip on it. But
you get like cramps and stuff.
No, it's just because I can't get my hand very round it. So,
okay, so that's as far as your finger can go.
Yeah, on my middle finger. So, and I'm right hand. So Captain Hook is what
that's his name on the
podcast.
Captain Hook. Yeah.
So it's like,
that makes sense.
So as I'm going up, sometimes it just drops a little bit, but I can feel it as I'm about to hit, and I'm going, oh no, but you have to commit to what you've got. But I'm still made up that at least with this, obviously the shorter racket, I can put an extra grip on it and stuff and make it a little bit bigger. Then I can at least play and enjoy myself. But I know my limitations with it. With
so you've got 2 overgrips on to help you.
Yes,
about 5, I think.
Yeah,
just
to make it. Well, it's just sort of, but it's like it was just good to actually find something where you could go, oh, I thought all that racket stuff was done now, and I was a little bit gutted, to be honest, because I'd really enjoyed it. I enjoyed like the social side and the elements of it, and then to find this and be able to at least sort of play and compete at a level where you can match with the same ability level on Playtomic. Yeah. So it's been great from that side of it, but it would be nice to sort of fully function on hands to see whether how different, because I used to be able to smash really well. That was one of my biggest things.
Yeah.
And now it's probably my second weakness after the glass. So I'm telling him everything. She's going to keep lobbing. He's going to keep lobbing me into the glass now, isn't he?
Okay. I'm building a
strategy.
I've got no weaknesses. I mean, I've got loads. But obviously, you spoke about the LTA, the tournaments. That we haven't had anyone on who spoke about that, have we?
No.
What are they like? What's the format, the level, and how have you been getting on?
Okay, so in a nutshell, it goes from grade 5 being the lowest to grade 1 being the highest. Anyone really can take part in an LTA tournament. It's obviously easier to enter one if you start with grade 5 and work your way up. The more games you win, the more points you get, the higher ranking you get in the LTA qualification or the LTA ranking in the UK. So to give you an idea, I'm 250th in the UK. Sounds amazing. I know to most people, really good, it's actually not that good. It's not really. I started my first LTA was in 24, just a few months after I found the sport. 2025, I think I played the most tournaments out of anyone in the Northwest. I think I played 21 in total.
Wow.
It's because I really got into the sport. And then the LTA tournaments also give you a different perspective because you're meeting people that you wouldn't normally see in your normal club, players of a totally different caliber as well that you wouldn't normally see. And the structure of it is a bit more competitive, which is my preference. Yes, I like socials, but I feel like I improve more when I'm in a very formal setting.
Yeah.
So I've played now, I'm coming up to about 30 tournaments, I'd say. I'm now starting to play more like the grade 3s, grade 4s.
Yeah.
I've won 3 grade 5s. You've just got to start from the bottom, I suppose, and then work your way up. And that's it, really. From about grade 3 and upwards, you start to see top 100 in the UK.
Yeah.
Grade 2, easily top 50, and grade 1 is reserved for the very, very best of the UK.
Sure, yeah.
So it's a really good way to meet new people. And
I think what'd be interesting with that is do you see like a big difference in level throughout the country in terms of like when
geographically,
when the sport was adopted in different areas?
Definitely. It only takes you to go and if you go on the LTA website now and look at the ranking and just look at the top 20, let's say, there seems to be a bigger concentration down south, a little bit in the east, and the northwest needs a lot of catching up. Yeah, massively.
Playing catch up. And do you think that the infrastructure or the sort of buy-in from people in the northwest there for that to catch up?
I think so. It's just a matter of time until we get more clubs in Liverpool, for one. Manchester's way ahead of the curve compared to Liverpool. I think you'll agree with that.
Yeah.
And it's just every time I go to places like Derby, Nottingham, as high up as Sunderland or Newcastle, they've really developed paddle far beyond what we've done here. No better example than Huddersfield with Padel Shed, which has got the British Padel Academy,
chain, isn't it?
And they've got the very best in Josep and Ayanoa, number 1 in men's and number 1 in women's. So and out of there is players like Rio Hanif, which I'm sure you've heard of. The Mike Tolman as well, fantastic player. And it would be a dream one day for me to be able to compete among that elite of players, but realistically, I'm so far away from that. So
Yeah.
I've got to be humble. Like I'm
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I'm 2 years into a sport that I've never played before. With very
You're doing
little
amazingly already.
racket
Like,
background.
fantastic.
Yeah, it's
You know,
incredible.
the trajectory's
It's just
unbelievable.
through sheer determination and love for the sport that I'm
Yeah.
here. Nothing more than that, really. So,
Oh, brilliant.
What do you think of the social side of paddle? For me, it's one of the biggest positives this sport brings. Is,
yeah,
you know, I've played football, rugby, cricket, golf, but paddle for me, I've met, like, I didn't know Michael this time last year. We've met only for like 4 months, and we're like really, really close mates now. But the social side of paddle for the listeners, it's literally second to none for me.
yeah.
Do you agree?
I actually thought you were family.
Did you? Yeah.
Because you every time I see one, I see the other.
Yeah. So, we can't get rid of us.
I thought you were like I don't know, like cousins or something.
Oh, there's Ben. There's Michael.
Yeah, again, yeah.
It's unreal. Honestly, I think that's what keeps players playing more than being amazing at the sport. No, it really is a social side. It's 2v2, 99% of the times. It keeps people engaged, keeps people talking. The rallies are quick. You don't have to be incredibly athletic or talented to play the sport. So it's absolutely perfect.
For me.
For a lot of players, but I've seen you both play, so I wouldn't put you in that category. I wouldn't.
Yeah,
put you
we'll
in that
see.
category.
We'll see.
Well, you won a tournament.
Yeah,
right?
won a
So,
little Americano. Yeah.
See.
But no, I think like say Ben touched on it. I think we're from a coaching side. I've got booked in my first coaching lesson, so I've not had one before for paddle. I used to have loads for tennis. I don't know why I got into playing this much paddle and not thought to do it.
Yeah.
To begin with, and it's strange and for the listeners, in terms of people that might be thinking, oh, should I get a lesson? Should I not get a lesson? What would your advice be to them? And you know,
so, and this is me being completely honest. Obviously, people know I'm a coach. I think people should play at least 50 matches, at 40 to 50 matches. Really go out there, enjoy it, watch other people, pick up on little things. After 50, you might start to hit certain walls where you just don't know how to progress with your smash, with your volleying, with the glass, defense, offense. Seek support, seek help. I think at that point, then yes, I think it's useful, very useful actually, to get 1 or 2 coaching sessions. What I also often recommend to my clients is don't get like 10 sessions almost like back to back. Don't do that. Do 1 session. And go and put it out there in 3, 4, 5 matches. Come back. Let me know how you've done. Did you see any progression? Did you see anything that you would need to work on? Okay, let's work on that again. Do 1 session with me. Go back out again. Don't come and see me like back-to-back days, because people get really excited because I've had clients that have come to me. I'm not bigging myself up. It's just clients' feedback. Naturally, they said, oh, wow, even just changing the grip from continental to eastern backhand has made a massive difference on my backhand ground strokes. And I'm like, well, of course, because you didn't know any different. Now go out there, enjoy yourself, play loads of games, and then come back to me in 2-3 weeks' time. And they're like, oh, because they're probably thinking I would say,
try and sell
them.
like, I'll see you next Saturday. No, don't worry. Like, go away, go and play, go away, enjoy, and then come back. And then you'll have another obstacle to overcome. I'll help you with that one if I can try. So
that's interesting, because when I was doing the tennis, I would be getting coached every week. So it was like once a week. It was just without fail. It sort of felt like a comfort blanket, really. I suppose, to sort of just know that you've got that each week. But obviously, the difference from tennis to paddle coaching is obviously the cost element a little bit more expensive from a paddle.
That's also what I'm so conscious of.
Because the court hire is so different. So it was always a little bit different from that side. So I'm glad you said that, because that sort of, for me, I was thinking, I'm going to do a coaching lesson. I'm quite good at taking on information. So I would think, oh, I'm going to really enjoy this. And then I think, I can't add to this bank balance that's already disappearing by paying for all these games. So that's probably a good take.
I'm so conscious that paddle isn't cheap. I think we all three can agree.
We've all said that.
Paying the court fee, paying the coaching fee as well. You're looking at the very least £40 to £50 an hour minimum. Some people are charging as much as £80 an hour for one-to-one sessions. I really value time on court with as few people as possible. I feel like I give the best service if I'm just 1-to-1 or 1-to-2. I can do more people, but then it starts to spread very thin. You don't really get a lot of personal advice. It's a bit like, right, you two play match and I'll watch. Some people are fantastic at coaching this way. I prefer more of like a, right, let me really see you move. Let me see you, how do you turn your hips? How do you jump? How do you do? And I feel like I can support you more via this route.
Is there anything from a coaching element where you can do it where sort of like someone would pay you to sort of play with them as a session? Because I feel like for us...
I played with David back in, must have been like last summer, maybe back in the last year.
A while ago,
that was kind of my game that like set me upwards. You know, playing with yourself and Lee Selk, and Lee was like, you know, have a go with David, he's really good. And that was honestly, I'm not bigging you up because I'm on the podcast, minute things, where to stand, positioning. It's the side of things that I spoke about, like, you know, you see these reels, smash, and you're like, come on, that was me. I want to do that. But then, like with David, he was like, well, stand here, body position, do this, do that. The little things and the strategy, it changed my game, and that was the big thing for me.
I think that for me is where, like you say, some people could get a lot of value out of, is in terms of like tactics of the game and sort of play as you're playing through that, coaching throughout the game of being, why did you do that, or did you think of doing this, and then you just open it up. Because we were talking on a previous podcast where again, I'm going to give all our bad traits away before we play it, but we don't play down the middle enough. And again, for me, that's probably from a tennis side, because obviously you're going out wide, it goes out wide, you win the point. Whereas here, you a lot of the time going down the middle sets up the next shot a lot better.
100%,
but it's taken me like strangely way too long to start figuring these things out. Whereas if I'd done a session with like someone like yourself, who's, I'm sure, like say if you 50 games in, you'd have been going, like, when you hit a few more shots down the middle, and it could have sped everything on a little bit. So if that's a service that you offer as well, I think that would be really good for people to jump on and push on with as well. So that's good.
The ball paddle stuff as well. Obviously, you've got fantastic
body on,
fantastic bag, everything. You know, you pull it off. Your memes are fantastic online as well. Your ball paddle memes. But how did that come about? You know, that unbelievable brand as well. Fantastic.
I love them. I'm biased, obviously. I genuinely started this sport not knowing any brand, obviously. But the first brand that drew my attention was Bull Paddle. So that was kind of like it went hand in hand. Funnily enough, one of the LTA tournaments, I met one of the guys from Durham who was sponsored by Bull Paddle. Now, he is a phenomenal player and way above my level, but I felt like with a little bit of time, I could get to his level. So he was like the bar that I'd set to myself. And I noticed that he was posting on Instagram that he was had sponsorship from Bull Paddle and whatnot. So I was like, okay, I'll give it a go. What's the worst that can happen? They say no. So I messaged Bull Paddle UK, who then put me in touch with their rep in the UK, which is MRH Sport. And the guys there have looked after me since day one. I explained my situation. I said, I really love this sport. I'm now starting to do some coaching. So this was back end of last year. I said to them that I get complete exposure to clients of your brand, because I already wear it anyway, because I love it. The racket, the bag, the shoes. Would I be able to get a sponsorship? What do I need to do? And they were very clear with me and said that, you know, give us some exposure, look after your clients, build your own image, and we'll support you along the way. And so they did. So they supported me with the bag that I've got over there, the shoes I'm wearing right now, even down to the socks and everything. So
brilliant.
They're really good guys. They're really good guys, and I can't thank them enough.
Oh, it's excellent. Yeah. Like you say, it's one of those brands until you get into paddle. I'd never heard of them. But as soon as you get into paddle, you understand that it's one of the household
top brands
names. It's a strange one to sort of get used to. So a great one for them to work alongside. I'm sure like the social media side of what you do, and we'll put your Instagram in the description as well for everyone to follow you, is probably a big reason why they wanted to work with you as well.
One of the things I'm really proud of is I don't really need to put an awful lot. The clients do it for me because they like the content that we generate in our classes, because it's so much of it is one-to-one. They feel it's appropriate to just use that content, which I'm more than happy with. And then I just ask for permission to repost their content. So it makes my life easy, because I don't really have to go home and then edit videos, make content. I just kind of go, thank you. I'll use that one.
Pick that up and do that. Yeah. So you'll have a full match with soon after this. So that'll
you got Bull Paddle shoes, didn't you? Recently?
Yeah, so I got Bull Paddle shoes. And again, this honestly, some of the rookie mistakes I've made over the time playing paddle.
I can't believe you only just got
so I only just got paddle shoes. So I don't know
you
why.
play with tennis?
I wasn't even wearing tennis shoes.
like trainees.
These running trainees. So I don't know why. I used to always have tennis trainees. I just got into paddle playing it and just didn't. Honestly, it's strange, but it didn't enter my head. And I'm not. There might be a few other people as silly as me that haven't thought about these things, but my Achilles were starting to really hurt. I think when you see me, my Achilles were really hurt.
Yeah.
when you come in, when we bumped into each other, and I was like, oh, my Achilles are really sore. And honestly, I've just got. I mean, it's logical. I've just got paddle trainers, and that doesn't happen now.
Yeah.
So again, anyone who's into it and are playing a few times a week, I couldn't recommend enough. Just go and get yourself some paddle shoes, and if you do, the Padel place a great place to go. A shop that's open in Liverpool as well. So, but they've done us a great deal on some, and I love them. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Where do you predominantly coach then, David? Where is it mainly you work out of?
I'm still freelance, but the two venues I use the most are Padel United, which is Port Sunlight, and that's outdoors with 5 courts, and then I've got Vauxhall Motors, which is in Ellesmere Port through Matchy.
Yeah.
And that's covered.
The covered
2 courts.
Ones, yeah.
So just depending on the weather, I'll just say to the client nearer the day, I will just tell you which court we should go on based on the weather. What would you prefer?
Yeah.
The client's happy to then decide.
Yeah, we love it down at Port Sunlight.
Love Port Sunlight. When the weather's getting better now.
There's nowhere nice place to be.
There's
nowhere better.
They're getting covers.
Are they getting covers, are they? Yeah.
Well, it's in the plans really to put covers, and by the end of the year,
leave a couple outdoors.
3 covered, 2 on.
Oh, is it perfect?
Yeah,
perfect.
Yeah.
See, that's my thing. Is like I think we were saying this, and I understand from an economic business perspective, it's a killer if they're completely open because they've got probably 9 months of the year with the car.
Best price around though, aren't they?
Yeah,
no one beats it.
No one beats it.
Really good price around, but it's just got a nice. Like when I first started playing, that's when I started playing. So I jumped on open matches, and I'm from Hale Wood, so I was traveling over, but I just loved the. I don't know. I just had a real nice vibe. Everyone was just nice and
it's nice and chill.
Yeah. Just a nice thing.
Yeah.
So I love going over there. Got a couple of games there this weekend. Well, we've got one with you and one else over the weekend. So,
David, where do you think paddle can go? Obviously, you spoke about Manchester, and I'm in full agreement. I think we are in the northwest. Well, Liverpool, Wirral, probably about 12 months behind Manchester.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Where do you think this sport can go in the next 12 months? Do you think
we
it can
talking
really take
for the
off?
country?
I'd say more focused here and the country together, separate questions.
I think bring some more clubs to Liverpool. I'm not just talking like outskirts of Liverpool, because I know we've got Speak. I know we've got St Helens, we've got Widnes, we've got Formby.
Yeah.
But bring some more closer to the city centre, and there's a lot of catchment still to be had.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of players who we still don't know about that will be very, very good players. I'm 100% believe this.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to go very far. You've got Ant Harman, you've got Jamie Guest, Guesty, as we know, phenomenal players, and they will draw even more players towards them.
Yeah.
And I think Liverpool, yes, it's behind, but it's not long until they start to catch up.
Yeah. No, it's interesting because I think for me, so I coach a kids football team, under 14s, and got a squad of about 16. I would say half of them play paddle, which to me is the exciting part of it. So,
how many good athletes come from Liverpool as well?
Well, that's
football and
football
city,
related, gymnastics, or anything, athletic,
boxing, fighting. You've got it's that real competitive edge as well, which will drive that on within Liverpool and Manchester. That same sort of mentality as well. So
I spoke to a few footy players for Everton, and they've all said to me it's very similar to football. Body position and letting the ball go across the body, and I was going, I don't really understand how. They were like, well, the ball comes into you, let it go past, open your body, and I'm like, you are blowing my mind. I just try and whack it back as quick as I can. But it's mad how Premier League footballers are saying, and they're all playing paddle. Sean Dyche at Everton banned paddle because his players were just playing it constantly.
Yeah,
this was like 2 years ago. So I honestly think you're right. I think there's plans for them to go into Liverpool city centres, and I think
there is one down
at Brunswick,
the paddle club in Brunswick.
Yeah, then I think there's some floatable ones on the Albert Dock,
supposedly.
Yeah,
I don't know about those.
Yeah, they're looking to be made. I think also towards like Sefton, There's one going up in Bearsco ways,
There's
isn't
one's
it?
opening a Bootle golf course, apparently.
Victor Anichebe's doing that one, isn't he?
Yeah.
I just think it's so close to just exploding because, Novak Djokovic, I was watching an interview of his this week. He was criticising padel in a way that he was saying it's going to take over tennis. Yeah. And I mean, that's probably a question for you, really. Do you think it can? And do you think it will?
It's difficult because, I think from a participation perspective, yes. And I certainly in this country, definitely. Because when you talk about the cost implications, so with tennis, you have the same weather condition issues, right? And then when you're going indoors for tennis, the cost becomes even more expensive than the cost for paddle because the courts are bigger. So you still got that same cost implication. And obviously the fact that the sport is easy to just pick up for paddle and the ratings and again, bang on about it with the app being the driving force of being able to make it so sociable and easy to just organise a game just as a one. I think from a participant perspective, it will surpass it. I don't know necessarily from a viewing perspective because I feel like when you're watching paddle on the telly and I would see like live as well. I've not seen it, but hopefully we get to go down to London when that event comes on. I don't know whether it's quite got the same entertainment factor at the highest level. I don't think, because it's a lot of tactics that I think if you're a viewer and you don't fully understand the tactics, you're thinking, why aren't they just smashing that? Or, whereas, so I don't know. It'd be interesting whether it
Have you been to any Premier Paddle?
No.
Okay. Right. When you do, you'll be blown away.
Right.
Listen, I'm talking from experience. I went to Barcelona Padel Finals in December.
Yeah.
What was it like?
I've booked for another 4, between P1 and P2, I've booked for another 4 events this year.
Have you?
Wow.
That's how good it was.
Yeah.
I think, wait for it to come in August to London, the P1, and it will blow people away. I hope they get it on TV and on a decent channel as well, if possible. Honestly, I think it's far more exciting than tennis, and it'll probably rile people up when I say that.
No.
I just think it's an explosive sport. There's constantly something going on, whether it's a shot between the legs or a smash going out the court. There isn't that excitement in tennis. Whilst tennis is impressive by itself, and there's unbelievable shots, I just think that paddle is something else. You're always on the edge of your seat. We just don't. It's not got its identity yet. Tennis, I don't know exactly how old tennis is, but it's hundreds, isn't it? So hundreds and hundreds of years. So you've got all that building of an identity and legacy. Whereas paddle, realistically, in the UK, what are we talking, 5 to 10 years?
Yeah.
And still
started in the 70s as a sport, full stop, didn't
exactly.
it? 1976, I think.
69 in Acapulco in Mexico.
Oh, was it?
69?
Yeah, there you go.
So, I mean, Spain really adopted it quite early in the 80s, 90s. But the UK is still far behind.
Yeah.
So just give it time. And I hope it doesn't happen to the UK what happened in Sweden, I hope, where there was just a huge spike in supply
dropped off.
And the demand didn't stay up with it, and then it just came crashing down.
Yeah.
Hopefully we're a bit smarter than that, and we do it slowly, but we keep giving the absolute best service. We have to, not just, there you go, there's 5,000 courts next year. There's 1,000 courts, but with really good service behind. The glass is fantastic. The turf is the best kind. The fencing, the paneling is all made really well. And don't skip.
Just chuck out the cheap
don't
ones.
Do any shortcuts.
I mean, there's been I'm not going to name. There's been a couple for me that have been thrown up, and
there have,
and you don't want to go anywhere near them. It's not enjoyable.
Only the good ones will last. Is realistically what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So
for you, then you do see that where it could surpass. I'm not short term, but
not even in the next 5 years, to be honest. But maybe it's just my excitement talking over me. But honestly, when I've been to an event and it's as well as organised as the likes of Barcelona finals, you go to anything like it, you'll stay in your memory for a long time.
Right, brilliant.
Well, it's something definitely to look forward to. Yeah. The Platonic app, David, as well, that's a big talking point of how easy it is to book games. Do you think that's a big driving force as well?
Yeah, Playtomic really, really smashed it, and they've got a complete monopoly right now. I know there are other apps. You got Matchy, Playmates, and a few others, but nothing gets close to Playtomic. It's almost like a little social media.
It is.
Paddle
Yes.
in
we all stalk on there. We all look at other people.
I live on it. I live on it.
Yeah, it's like the new Facebook almost.
Yeah. No, we've spoken about, so I'll only do it briefly. We've done it on quite a few podcasts, but to me, that is the key driving force to driving the sport forward in terms of, as an individual, so when I got into it, and so I started playing in September, and nobody that I knew played it other than the one guy that sort of got made to introduce me to it. But I was sort of playing on a slightly better level just from the tennis background, so I just wanted to compete a little bit higher. So I started. In fact, I booked onto a coaching course without a group session, a free match, without realising I booked onto an advanced one, and by accident. And I was like, I need one genuinely was by accident. I got down and I was like, wow. But then one of the lads mentioned about the playtime. I'd never heard of it.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I got on it, and I realised I could just jump on a game.
Yeah, it
With
changed.
3 random people.
It was just so easy to do. Like to be able to go, I've got a spare couple of hours tonight. I can go tonight. I can literally, like this afternoon, I could book a game tonight and see if there's a game going. Crazy.
It's the perfect bridge, really, between players who've never played before and the clubs.
Yeah.
The clubs don't actually need to do an awful lot either.
No.
They just have to make sure the events are on, and people will just turn up like magic, because Playtomic is that middleman. It is the middle agent.
Force, isn't it?
I think they've got it spot on. I can't fault them.
Well, that for me is a key driver as to where paddle as a participating sport definitely will overtake tennis, because so tennis is still archaic in its way of going about. It's got the old club systems. It's got a lot of the old fuddy-duddies still within those clubs. It always seems
quite shut off tennis.
It does, because
I agree.
So again, I'm not going to name it. I've played for pretty much every club in Liverpool, the journeyman. But there's always those ones in each club that want to protect, it's my club, it's our club, and they don't like the juniors getting involved, and they don't like seeing the sport progress. They just want the court available when they want to play, and so on and so forth. And that's sort of like a little bit of the detriment to it. Whereas this is, if there was something like this involved in tennis, it would help massively, because obviously to play, you only join a club, then you tend to just be playing all the time with the same people, unless you obviously went and you play league matches. But in terms of like, throughout the week, you're just playing the same people over and over and over and over again, and it's so boring, because you can't just go, I'll arrange a game with someone you don't know what level it is, because tennis is so difficult. If one person massively outweighs the other person in level ability, it's just a non-entity. Whereas with the rating system on this, we've gone over it. You can get some mad ratings and stuff like that. But you generally get a rough idea of what you're going to be turning up to, and it makes a massive difference.
And then there's the event of like Americanos, Mexicano. I'd never even heard of anything like this before, paddle.
Yeah, same.
And it doesn't half make a difference.
He won a Mexicano, didn't even know it was what he was winning. He didn't know what a Mexicano was.
At the end, like,
you didn't even know what it was.
I don't know what I was doing. But you actually arranged some of them as well.
I do. Well, for the viewers, if it's of interest, Mexicano typically is similar to an Americano, but in Mexicanos you move up depending on whether you win or lose. So it tries to put the best players together and the not so good players together to give players as much a competitive match as possible. That's in a Mexicano. Americano is just about fair inequality in that you've got 8 players, for example. You've got you play 7 matches with one of each player. Doesn't matter whether you win all 7 matches or lose all 7, you will get a chance to play with every single one. That's an Americano. And usually play to 24 points. And then there's another one called King of the Court, which I believe is very popular here.
Very popular,
And that one you just move up the court as you win and down the court as you lose.
Up and down and relegated. No, like I say, as a sport, it's just so exciting as to where it can go to. Big reason why we set up the podcast really is to sort of grow and go on that journey with the sport and see where it goes. So then, in terms of the actual overall sport in this country, as opposed to just from a region perspective, obviously, you said you've been over to Barcelona. How far away are we from the Spains, the South America? Is the gap absolutely huge? So, for instance, I mean, the listeners might know, and so excuse my ignorance. So, say the UK number 1, where are they ranked world? What would they be?
The UK's number 1 is Medina Murphy.
Christian
Medina Murphy. He's competing in the Premier Padel circuit, albeit at lower levels. He is creeping up. I do watch it quite frequently, so I'm kind of aware. Look, who am I to say, considering that they're so much better than me? But the top 10 in the UK, unfortunately, get nowhere near let's call them the top 50 in Spain. or the top 100 even in Spain. Just don't.
Yeah,
it's very hard for them to. We're talking 30 years of experience, some 40 in Spain versus 10, 15, maybe 20 at most.
Yeah.
And there's just like a big gap still. They're very impressive.
Yeah.
I will never get there myself, and I would love to watch the likes of Rio and Eve on a daily basis. You know, the likes of Josep Emerick. You've got Sam. You've got Ben Phillips, Michael Tolman. There's so many really, really talented players in this country. I just don't know. I genuinely don't know how long the country, how long it will take for the UK to catch up to the likes of Spain and Argentina, who are the two best nations in the world. Below Spain and Argentina, then you've got ourselves, Portugal, are really good. You've got Sweden, are really good. You've got France, you've got Germany.
Is Holland good?
Yeah. But there's just, honestly, the gap is
massive.
Is ridiculous between Spain and Argentina, and then the next next 3 or 4 nations. But UK is, they're doing everything good to try and expose.
The foundations are being made.
The foundations are being built as we speak. I noticed that on almost daily basis, something new, a foundation, an organization, an event, whether it's the Padel Directory or, something is happening to make the sport,
to make it grow
in the UK.
Yeah,
I think that there's 2 things that need to happen actually that will further support the growth. It's adding it to the curriculum in schools.
Yeah.
So start with the younger kids, get that started nice and early, and the Olympics.
Yes.
Yeah. Once it's accepted as an Olympic sport, then we're talking different levels.
So just on both those things. So my son's just done his options and he's selected PE, and the PE teacher, head of PE, is obviously massively banging to paddle. And you've got to do 2 team sports and 2 individual ones, and he swims at a good level, so he does that. And he wants to do paddle, and he said at the minute it's not on, he believes next school year it will be on it.
It's a matter of time.
Because Madly Pickleball's on it.
Is it?
Wow.
Which is strange, isn't it? Because so
I could never really get into that, really. But
no, it's just like, well, again, I'm going to say I've not played it, but to me, it just looks like giant table tennis. That's why it sounds like it.
It sounds like
it. But again,
you're right.
It
does exactly sound like it.
So it is what it is. Everyone likes what they like.
Description. I like that.
But so it is interesting because it is he firmly believes that I'll come on that, and then obviously leading on to the Olympic side, obviously it's been admitted into the European Games, hasn't it?
It has.
So that's every other sport, that's step 1, and then it always does, and it's obviously already in the Asian Games. So it's going to happen. It's just it's highly likely the next Olympics it will be in it. Like you said, that will be the explosion.
I believe the aim is for 32. I think 28's too soon.
Oh, sorry, So
the 32 is the goal and the aim, really, to by 32.
Because is it 28? Is it 28 when the Euros on? Is it?
It would be, because we got the World Cup this year, so we'd have the Euros in 28.
Yeah. No, the European Games. Sorry.
Oh, European. Sorry.
That's on at the same time.
Yeah.
The Euros,
oh, is it? Yeah, it's on the same time. Yeah. So it's so then it'll be the Olympics after that one. Yeah. So
and I'm very confident. Yeah, it's on the right trajectory for.
Yeah.
I think another thing. Sorry, it sounds so like a geek on the sport. But Fernando Ballesteguin, one of the best players, Bella, as he's well known in the world.
Yeah.
You know that he reigned as number 1 for over 15 years.
Right.
He was an absolutely outstanding player. He's retired last year or the year before. It was last year. And he's now become a massive advocate and ambassador for the sport.
Yeah.
He's going to be a massive driving force for the growth of the sport, not just in Spain, not just Europe, but the whole world.
Wow.
And I think he's going to have a massive impact.
Wow.
Because you can see that his enthusiam is
that's his passion and drive.
He's got Bella Academy all over Spain.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot of that on YouTube.
It's unreal. And so the more we get these figures talking about it, your Ronaldos, your Messis, and all this, which you both know that they're really into.
Yeah,
it's only going to go one way.
Yeah, you got Nadal playing it now as well. I've seen
Did
Nadal.
you
see the challenge? Did you see the challenge they posed to Sinner and Alcaraz?
Yeah.
Would you beat Coelho and Tapia in a match of that?
I don't think they'll beat them at paddle. I just don't see them beating them at paddle at all. But they would be closer at beating them at paddle than they would have beaten them at tennis. That's why I would say. I'd say
I have to agree. Yeah,
I think the transferable skills from it.
Yeah, I have to agree.
But no, it like you say, just the excitement around it and the buzz. It's just brilliant. And like I say, it's what's led us to doing this and getting people on like yourself, and we'll just see how it goes, won't we?
Yeah,
As it grows.
David, where can we find you then for the listeners? You know, obviously your coaching, yourself, your Instagram, your socials, etc. Everything
I've done has been fairly organic in that I've had a WhatsApp group from the very beginning. But for people just to want to see a little bit about me, Instagram's the best.
Yeah, we'll put the link in that as well.
I've got all of my videos there. You can contact me there, and then I can share you my coaching group, so you can get prices, availability, and coaching tips as well. I like to share that in my group. I also get, I've put on there the mrhsport.com link, so that you can go on there and get a little bit of discount. That's something that I have an agreement through the World Padel sponsorship. So everyone gets 10% discount using Batista number 10 on the checkout. Besides Instagram, nothing much really. It's still part-time for me. I can't make it explode any faster than this, otherwise I can't cope. But from May onwards, I'll be full-time. I'll be
that's exciting.
Going deeper and I'll be going stronger into it.
Yeah, so I think social media is the driving force anyway, isn't it? Really, I think that's how you reach most.
Playtomic and Instagram is definitely the two platforms. To see what I'm about.
Mm-hmm. Well, what a fantastic guest David been. You know, thank you so much for coming on. You know, we could do a part 2 on this. To be honest,
definitely. We
could sit here for hours and talk about it. But make sure you check out David. Massive thank you as always to Xylo, the Padel Place, Velocity Padel Witness for hosting us here for the podcast, doing our bit and their bit to try and promote this sport, which is, I agree with David, it's going to go one way. Unbelievable sports, unbelievable social side. So fingers crossed that we get it to where we all think it can and should be. In the meantime, have a great week between the glass and all the very best.
Everything they talked about, all the so loud, no words gotta speak. Presence heavy, dominance peak. I don't flex for cloud, I flex for war. Every day.